Hi Aries, this is Just with your July 2nd, 2021 weekly general read. Hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. Holding back, taking your time, giving time, making a decision, getting answers. It's going to be a bit of a challenge. You may feel frustrated at times waiting on people. Other people are feeling frustrated with you because you're having a hard time making a decision. Some of this has to do with house moves, purchasing, selling, acquiring, that sort of thing, investing. Seems to be a bit of a challenge or a frustration because it's almost like hurry up, hurry up. And you don't want to make the wrong decision. For some of you, you may have to cough up more money than you're anticipating when it comes to a purchase or whatever in the home. You're going to find a more resourceful way not to spend as much money as first thought. You are at the beginning stage for some of you. Others of you are wrapping it up, but there is more of a beginning stage here when it comes to purchase, selling, acquiring property. You want what's best for you and yours, basically. You kind of want, to see a profit from your sale or get a home that fits everyone's needs. And it may be a challenge possibly with with your selling agent. There could be some issues. It's very competitive out there, that sort of thing. Others of you may be having a hard time making a decision about a job. Jobs can literally land on your feet right now, and it's hard to leave one for the other. So there is that frustration. But work life looks amazing. You guys are up for the challenge. You are tackling issues at work. You may be putting pressure on people at work to get things done, especially if you're a supervisor or manager. But that's what separates you from the others. And for those of you who have your eye on a particular position, you're doing the work now so that you're almost like a shoe-in for that position when it comes through. So you guys have your eye on a prize. You are handling business at work. It looks really good. For those of you who are unemployed, love may have taken a front seat in your life. You may have been very particular about being in an environment, a certain kind of place you want to work, that sort of thing. It all could be coming together. It could have been a lot of negotiating, feeling each other out. You could be working at places where people handpick. It's almost like politics there, but I like this person or I think that type of thing. So things can now start to come together with a job opportunity for you Aries singles. For you Aries, excuse me. And if you're self-employed, again, love could take a bit of a back seat at some point, especially during this Cancer season, because you may have love in your face. Leaving love, meeting new love. Love could just be a focus and not so much business. Others of you, though, you're going back to business and you're getting back to basics. And it looks like you're going to find a new, fresh love affair for the business that you run, your own business, as it were. You could also be helping someone that you know with their business or some type of partnership, getting back on track with a business partnership and being able to move forward with that. So I do see that. Some good developments with business for Aries out there who are self-employed. This week, going into next week, I see a lot of waiting to try to reconcile a situation with a particular person. It could be you or them. Not really sure. Because there's something about readdressing issues of the past is going to be the focus now. And for all of you, it'll be different what this past thing is that you still have to kind of deal with. You still have to iron out the kinks when it comes to this. You will find yourself next week going into 2 weeks after being very busy, having a lot on your plate. This is all setting up for you to get to your stable place. That's what you guys kind of have been manifesting: more stability, more money, more freedom, and you're getting that. It's a process and you know it, and some of you frustratingly, you're waiting. Others of you are just knowing that it's coming closer to a close where you can start to see your efforts paying off. And as I said, in a home life, looks like you guys are selling, buying, spending money. You're not spending money, then you start spending money, and you're making some real clear decisions about this home environment. Singles, Aries singles. This is pretty powerful. First of all, you're going to have some passionate affair with someone. And it's safe for you to love, Aries. It really is safe for you to move on and love and be with someone else. Because on the other side of that, I know people have heard this before. It's not the first time you've heard this. There's a lot of great, abundant, powerful love waiting up ahead. You may have someone coming toward you who is is very taskmaster, meaning they have a lot going on. They're getting past some traumatic events in their life. They're definitely getting past that. But they're still very generous, open, available individual, someone who's very balanced, do well for themselves. So this is a healthy individual. They're far more healthy than not. The problem is that this connection may come in and just like knock you off your feet. Like you don't know what hit you. And there's still toxicity attached to you or them or both. So it's going to take some time to get to a healthier state with your person. Now, others of you have to tell you, this is simply court of attachment. Some of you have a court of attachment from one person. You're meeting someone new, and that's really going well, and it looks like it has great promise. The problem is that you're still attached, karmically attached to another person. So you may have to do some letting go, really doing some work on letting go so that you can cut that cord of attachment with you and that person. Okay. I do see that, because otherwise, if you don't, I do see a walking away and not really wanting to focus on love as a permanency, but just wanting to get the fun out of, connecting with another person, which could result in sex and all that stuff. And eventually you'll feel unfulfilled. But for the meantime, you'll feel excited and like you're having a good time. And that right now may be what you're looking for. Aries single ladies, I see that you were stuck, trapped in bondage, but you have come out of that. And it's only going to get better as we get closer to Leo season. Do expect somebody that is another fire sign or someone with fiery energy coming toward you. He wants you to accept his apology. If you have tried to reach out to someone, Aries ladies, and he has shut you down, now he wants to come back in and he wants to work things out. He feels like you're his happily ever after, that you may have been very standoffish, not communicating with him. But this situation is very problematic, and no matter how much he may want you or want this, it's not going to necessarily work because he's the only person that wants it. So he will remain in a hopeless place, and someone guaranteed has you heavily on their mind, watching you, stalking you. They want you. They want you bad. Aries single men. This is amazing. Well, it's a little tricky at first. It looks like there's a woman who may have been very harsh toward you. May have had a lot of assumptions, and now she's not demanding so much of you anymore. Now she's taking a seat back and she's playing her position. And well, I guess for Aries single men, that's very attractive because now you may be seeing her in a different light, which is very ideal, right? Ideal to what you want your woman to be. And now she's playing the role that you want her to play. And this could go somewhere. Here's the issue. Some of you with this person that I just mentioned, some of you may have someone who really wants you, but you want someone else. Aries single men. You're still attached to someone else, but you do have a great candidate once you can get rid of the past. But it's hard because no one really can measure up to her, at least in your eyes. So it's difficult to give other people a fair shot. But it's going to work. It's going to happen. Like for some of you needing to let the past go, men, you will by getting into a new person and taking it slow and being friends. And then you're going to eventually work your way into like a real relationship with this person down the line. It's not going to be easy, men, especially if you have once been married to them or something long-term, very committed. It's a process, and some of you may work too hard, so you don't see the person very often. But there can be a very healthy relationship that comes your way if you put some time into it and get over your past. Single Aries men. Let's look at couples. This is over. At least that's who I'm reading for. Something that is completely changing over. Some of you, you or your partner is devastated that you failed a test. You failed a class. So there's something about failure, things not going the way you expected them to go. Your person is holding back, focusing more on work. They may want to work on a relationship, but they may have to accept the fact that you don't want it anymore, or vice versa. If you are having to accept that this has to end, you do not want it to end. It pains you that this has to end. But you kind of have to accept it if your person is holding back and they're focusing on other things. And the challenge here was just money. For some of you, money is tearing the two of you apart. So I hope that that is not the case. Because, I mean, when you're old, money is not going to be, well, for some people, I'm sure it will be, but in a love relationship, typically, being with someone that you can trust, that is in your corner, that'll be there for you when you're sick and all the things, that's not going to matter so much. So hopefully you guys can get over any money problems. But if it's not money problems, it could be problems with commitment, okay? Here, somebody's not able to be committed. And so it's almost like the two of you are kind of focusing more on yourself and the relationship is starting to deteriorate. Also, distance, if you're far from your person, again, problems. There's a lot of problems here with not being close enough, not having enough money, somebody's working too hard, someone is not focusing on the love. Now, it looks like in this Cancer season, perhaps the two of you are going to get together, spend some time. Do use that time to repair this and get closer and be more vulnerable, but you both have to do it. Only one person can't do it alone. So I do see that. And I do see in the near future there's going to be an not being very clear about where is this going. But it looks like you are going to be pleasantly surprised. So that's what I have for you couples. If you're interested in the extended, click the link in the description box below. It explains everything that we go over in that extended. You can also find the 2021 Aries yearly reading and the link to my website. Otherwise, if you are new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Aries.